Hello, Chowns, Mozzarella, and Cheddar. Art. I draw art. It used to not be good. Now it's kinda good in my opinion. Ignore my YouTube profile picture that actually kinda sucks. I'm gonna change that soon. Anyways, yeah, let's look at the art. Okay, ignore how wonky this looks right here. We're doing a tier list. We're ranking my art as it says right there. Okay, so this is like most of my art that I've done. And you may be wondering, Chedda, what is this? Why does it look so hideous? That's the original Chedda design. I got a few things to say about this guy real quick. Okay, look at his crooked smile with all his teeth and his skinny arms with his weird looking hands. And his cool looking shoes. I've always liked the shoes. The shoes are so cool. And his weirdly placed hood thing that like should not be right here. It should be like back here where you can't even see it. This is like this was the first ever drawing I ever made for Chedda, canonically me. And I gotta say that I couldn't draw straight lines. I still can't. But, yeah, this is F tier, obviously. Like, I gave my friend nightmares from this design. Other people said I looked evil. Speaking of my old design looking evil, ooh, look how edgy and mad he is. But, already this is kind of an improvement. You know, since I'm, like, wearing a hoodie and stuff, I kind of tried to, like, give myself, like, oh, it's kind of saggy because it's a hood. You can see that right there also on the end of this arm. It's not that good, though. We're going to just put it in D tier. We're just going to put it in D tier. Another thing I don't like about my old drawing app is that, this thing back here. Like, you could change the color of it, but, like, I never did, and it kind of, like, pisses me off and stuff. Anyways, this right here. This right here was supposed to be my dog. Some people thought I was eating my dog. Others thought I was gonna make out with my dog. So, like, we're putting it in F tier. This right here. So this is like, oh, I'm happy, or oh, I died. I don't know. I made the sprites for no particular reason. I need to draw more sprites because I only have like 3. And I have to draw like so much stuff sometimes for thumbnails. To the point where my thumbnails have just gotten lazy. But, the shoes are always good. My shoes have always been good. I don't know why my hand is right here. That doesn't make sense. Another reason why all my stuff used to look like this, I drew in 1 layer. This for being 1 layer is pretty good. But, like, oh my gosh. Look how skinny my legs are. Like, look at that right there. That's just, like, it's like, oh my gosh. I'm like a twig, man. Another thing that I kind of liked about this, but is also really weird, is, like, how I did the feathers. I kind of just did, like, little, like, what are these shapes called? I don't know. Elongated diamonds all for, like, feather textures. I like the expression. The expression's fun. D tier is probably the highest my old art is going to go to. Okay, so this is like, whoa, I'm cool. I have a gun. Because guns are cool. It's alright. It's alright, yeah, once again, I'm a literal, like, tree. I'm, like, really tall, but also really skinny. It's D. And then this right here, this is just like a meh face. Just like a meh face. I don't know why I sounded British whenever I said that. I hate the British. I'm, like, kind of, like, slanted a little bit. I don't know why I'm slanted, but I am. Also, really long legs. Once again, really thin. And, like, my hand is broken in this position. Like, I had no sense of regard for bones whenever I first started drawing. As we can see right here. Look at this Ben right there. Look at that. But I like the expression. If I doubt I can get away nowadays with just drawing a line and making it look like this, because this looks really fun. Something I just realized also, I didn't have the spot I have right here, and this have like changed spots. Like, so nowadays this hole right here is right here, and this hole up here is right there. That's very interesting. I kind of like that better, because it looks less like eyes, because people used to be, like, people are like, I don't have eyes, guys. I don't have eyes. I mean, I do, but I don't want to explain how they work. So we're just gonna put, you know what, no, this is C tier, because it's actually kind of fun. It's kind of fun. This is, like, the top of the barrel. I don't think that's how the expression goes. Bottom of the barrel, this is, like, the top of it. Oh, okay. So, I'm a Pokemon guy. We all know this. Maybe. I don't know. If you're new here, you don't know this. But, I made a video about my Paradox Pokemon. Like, I made Paradox Pokemon, what is this, like, 2 years ago? 1 year ago? This is, like, 1 year ago. 2 years ago difference. That you'll see in a little bit. But, it just looks so awkward. This is a Paradox Pokemon. I said that already. But I haven't said which Paradox Pokemon it is. Like, what's the base Pokemon? Which may be like, huh, yeah, what is the base Pokemon? Togedemaru. This is Togedemaru. Can you tell? Can you tell that's Togedemaru? No, you can't. Don't lie. Don't lie, you can't. You cannot. Like, I wanted... The main thing, this reason, like, the design looks like this is because I thought of a different design, and then I was like, oh, well, crap, I need to make a Pokemon to go with it, which, honestly, I should have just done Jigglypuff. That would have made a lot more sense. A round guy with, like, cones, maybe? I don't know. Plus, there's already a, like, Jigglypuff Paradox Pokemon, but, like, these are ears. These are the eyes. No. F tier. Also, if you want to, like, know, like, how to draw a Paradox Pokemon and stuff, you guys can, like, go check out my Paradox Pokemon video. Anyways, this was the idea I originally had. It's Mimikyu. And he, like, takes Togedemaru since Pikachu's dead in the future, which, honestly, is kind of a dub. Pikachu's overrated. Yeah, it just needed touching up, honestly. Like, my lines were not straight. This is obvious. This is, like, not a circle shape. This is, like, whenever you're in the pool too long, that's this guy. But, yeah, it's a cool concept. I think his name was Iron Mace, because he's, like... He has, like, a spike thing on his head, and then he can just, like, swing. I don't remember what I decided to name this guy nowadays. I don't remember the name. But I do remember this guy right here is Iron Rod. Because electricity and, like, the lightning rod? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going through my brain whenever I designed freaking iron rods. Or iron rod, or whatever I decided to call it. Cookie Run Kingdom! I used to play that game. I haven't played it in a good, like, year. Maybe I should play that again for a video. I don't know. Y'all tell me if you want that. But, golden fortune cookie, or whatever I said he sounded like. Cool design. He's very skinny. That's a very common thing with my old designs. Very skinny. Like, look at this guy. This guy's like a twig. This guy's, like, barely... This guy's barely thicker than the thin line of paper he's got right here. Basically, the pun is, like, golden fortune. And, like, golden fortune, whoa, that's a lot of money. And then, fortune cookie. That's a thing. That's what his hair's made out of. I think he might have been rich. I don't know. He's, like, a samurai guy. From, like, the Vanilla Kingdom or something. I don't remember Cookie Run stuff, man. But this design's good. It just needed touching up, which I will do later. A lot of these things that I drew back then, I did, like, touching up on. But, yeah, this is a C tier. And then this thing right here, I tried, like, giving him, like, a dynamic pose, like how they do inside of the game. This thing sucks. Like, the pose makes a lot of sense. But I don't know what was up with, like, the coloring in with the lines. Actually, I can't tell you. One layer. And then, like, this isn't the same shape as this was. This is, like, way thinner. The eyes look bad. The hair doesn't look the same. This, like, part right here, I think this part was also paper, and then the rest of it was, like, actual armor. This part right here does not, it's not the same part on the shoulder. But it's not this stuff, so it can go D tier. Okay, the pixel art. So I took this right here, and I made pixel art for this. It's still my phone background. I made it my phone background, like, whenever I first made it. It's still my phone background, since I don't know what to change it to. Honestly, A tier. This is A tier stuff right here. Like, it actually looks good. So, I'm a Pokemon Unite guy. I'm not just a Pokemon guy, I'm a Pokemon Unite guy. And I was like, what's the main... Like, what's Pokemon Unite's mascot? This was, like, in 2023, 2020, 2022 that I made it. And I was like, Cinderace. Totally not a bias. Cinderace totally isn't my favorite Pokemon. Yeah. Cinderace is obviously the mascot for Pokemon Unite. It's on the front cover, and it freaking dominates in that animation. Like, obviously, it's the mascot, which kind of makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, if they were to make a mascot for Pokemon Unite, I feel like Cinderace is the best one they can do. Because it's like, whatever, I'm not going to keep talking about this. So basically, I made the Cinderace Paradox Pokemon, and, I all I knew is I wanted a robot. It does not look anything like Cinderace. Maybe this part right here, and then how this separates. Maybe this arrow thing right here, which is actually supposed to look like Cinderace's soccer jersey. Except I didn't know it was a soccer jersey back then. So I just kind of made it in an arrow shape. He kind of looks like Mega Man with a Nerf football head. And, like, with, like, ice cream cone hands. He's D tier. He can go with the other Paradox Pokemon that we have so far. Just slide this down. Oh, yeah. This is also my first thing I drew on the drawing app I still use, Procreate. Go use it. It's goated. Procreate is goated. Cool. And then, this makes me so happy to see. Chedda redesign right here. The Chedda redesign. Sure, the lines aren't straight on some parts, and sure, the knees right here are, like, kind of weird. And sure, his hand is, like, ridiculously small and probably still really skinny, but it looks so much better than this. Like, it's not actually going to give you nightmares. Like, it actually looks kind of good. So for that, we're going to put him in A tier. A tier also. And then this right here, the same math thing that I had before, but, like, it actually looks better. And, like, ignore, like, how the knees look like that. Like, ignore the knees. Also, the shoe design still is really good. He can also go A. And then the Hello Childs. I made a video about this. Originally, this was going to be my YouTube intro. And then, like I would have this, like, slide on screen. There's a reason I never ended up doing that. It's because it looks bad. I literally, I titled the video, How Not to Make a YouTube Intro. That, like, I hated it that instantly. But, like, the art itself is not bad. I should have I should have finished drawing it, honestly. But, yeah, no, it's not good. But it's better than all this. I can go B tier. I'm also realizing this now. I missed a piece of art, so we're just gonna have to put that on screen now. Boop. Look at this. This looks really good, actually, surprisingly. Like, the lines aren't straight, but they don't have to be. I think my thoughts were here is that I was gonna have, like, powers or something whenever I was mad. and I wouldn't just turn into the devil from the Bible. This is not canon whatsoever anymore to what I was planning before. But it still looks really cool. It looks really cool, actually. So we're gonna put him in S tier, actually, surprisingly. Oh, okay, we're getting to thumbnail stuff. Zero Aura right here. He looks like Sonic, that's the point. But I did it pretty damn well. Considering, like, my drawing skills back then. Still, this is, like... Actually, I think I might upgrade it into 2 layers. No, never mind, I'm tripping. This is still 1 layer. And considering it is 1 layer, it looks really dang good. Actually, it might have been 2. I don't know anymore. But, like, I was working on the shade. Like, the shading back then, it's alright. I do so much better nowadays with shading. Don't look at my YouTube profile picture, though. I do so good at shading. Anyways, yeah, the head shape looks a lot like Sonic, actually. Surprising. Because I don't think I had a Sonic image. I just had, like, the idea of doing this with Zero Aura. I think the point of the video was, hey, Zero Aura is pretty fast. And which is such a surprise, because he's a speedster and all. Such a surprise. Anyways, let's put him A tier. He looks pretty good. Oh, the Buzzful art. So, originally, my idea for doing, Pokemon Unite thumbnails was making them, like, based off how, like, all the freaking Pokemon Unite thumbnails look. And flash an image of the thumbnail, it's freaking hilarious. It's awesome. I love it so much. Speaking of things I love this, because it's just funny. And especially in, like, the picture I used for the thumbnail, it's, like, squished down like a pancake. And it's, like, it's just funny. It's just funny. I've always liked funny, like, things. And if something's funny, I'm gonna like it a lot. Which is exactly why I own the Target Transformer Optimus Prime. Yeah, so this is S tier. Ooh. Okay. We got the art for the nondescript Score Bunny. This Score Bunny, I totally don't know anything about a Score Bunny. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyways. Score Bunny. Basically, the art is based off a Funko Pop, which I now own, so I know how it actually is supposed to look, so I redrew it. Anyways, it looks pretty good for where I was. I don't think I'm giving myself enough credit for where I was, like, last year. Because this right now is definitely a year ago. This was a year ago. This was the beginning of last summer event. Which, by the way, the reason I'm making this now, it's the last summer event. Or, the last video for summer. I'm going to school next week. I'm not going to post consistently again. I'll try live streaming. I'll try live streaming, like, once a week. But this is my last video for summer. And it kind of makes me sad. But anyways, this summer was long, man. It kind of, like, I wanted to put more quality instead of quantity, which is why I didn't post a lot in, like, the last year. I didn't post a lot after I finished summer. And I probably won't post more and like after this year. Not this year, but after the summer. But I will try live streaming. But the reason why I haven't, like, been posting a lot is because I just haven't been feeling it, and I want to put more quality instead of quantity. Even though my quality is going to be the exact same, because there's nothing I can do to change it, because I'm on freaking iMovie. But, yeah, I just don't have a lot of the motivation, which is another good reason why I want to start school, surprisingly, is also homeschool, so I don't have to see other, like, smelly teachers and stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'm yapping a lot. This is A tier. Oof. Iron Metro. I made a video about this, which I think it got, like, 30 views, maybe, which is good for the channel. I don't know how well this video... this video is gonna be. I'll make this my, like, video that you plays whenever you first open up the channel. But Iron Metro was this guy's name. He's a Paradox Pokemon of Duraludon or Archaludon. I tried doing that thing that they did with Iron Valiant, where I tried fusing 2 Pokemon from the same line, except it's the evolution in the Prevo, which I execute later better inside of my Paradox video. Go check that out. The art totally isn't here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But this is B tier. The shading is weird, and yeah, and the proportions aren't the best. Anyways, I also made him like turn into a building, like how Duraludon like already is kind of a building, but then Archaludon like folds into a bridge. By the way, I made this before Indigo Disc came out. Pretty cool, right? But he kind of just turns into a building, and then he shoots you, which is kind of funny. And it kind of reminds me of the Scrooge McDuck money bin. But, yeah, it can go with, like, the base art, too. Anyways, ooh, I really like this art right here. This is for, like, Pokemon Trainer Chedda, except I kind of made him, like, not as Pokemon Trainer-y. So, like, he still has the Pokeball and the Mega Stone and the Dynamax Bracelet, which I really should put gray right there on the side so that, like, you can actually see it. If I made this a clear image, this would suck. Also, I hope when people see this and they don't know about Pokemon, that they don't think it's gay. I'm not gay. Yeah, but I did cook with this art, though. This design is great. Also, what's this? Like? Huh. Wonder what that means. A blue like button. What's this? Kiskri? That kind of reminds me of the word subscribe. Maybe you should do that. And what's this? A bell? Maybe you guys should ring a bell. Yeah, but this design is just awesome. We're gonna put him in S tier. This is great. Honestly, if I wasn't tied to my current design, I might actually would have used this design if it wasn't like Pokemon. Cause it looks so good. He's just a guy. He's so happy and determined. I really need to bring this art back. Anyways, this right here, this was for a cookie run video. In some of my most popular videos were, hey, I got a bunch of diamonds, and I did a bunch of gotcha pulls. This was art I made for that video. It kind of sucks. And I also made it relatively fast, so give me an excuse. I did mimic Cookie Run pretty well, I think, with it. And that's why we're going to put him in B tier. Because he's not bad, but I never use this art. Because there's never a reason to use this art. It doesn't match my style. He doesn't have the shoes. And, like, originally he's, like, has the, whatever, is it called a cookie cutter? He has, like, a cookie cutter floating above his arms, or his hands. And that's, like, why he's doing this pose. It doesn't really make sense in any other context to have this pose. Speaking of context and poses, we'll get to this in a little bit. Anyways, my first convergent Pokemon, or Fakemon, not Pokemon. It's alright. It does not look like my stuff at the time at all, though. Because I was trying to mimic a Gen 3 style, but I didn't understand Pokemon shading yet. And the design just kind of sucks. So for that, we're going to put him in C tier. Because I want to redesign, like, the concept. Not this Pokemon, but the concept. Because the concept is pretty cool. Like, whoa, it's a pearl Litwick. He's a treasure chest. Like, I would make the Litwick into a treasure chest and then do something else with the other forms. But, yeah. And then we have the evolution. I'm pretty sure the first one was called, like, Pearlic, even though he doesn't have a mouth. And then this one is Pearler, because Chandelure, or, wait. No, that's evolution. Lampent. Okay, so this is Purlant, which sounds like current. That's the point. That's what the point of the mask is. I like the shading better on this guy. He can go B tier. If I were to, like, rank all my designs, which I'm not gonna do, like, in order, like, I'm not gonna make, well, this guy, he's up here, because that would just be a pain to do, because I'm not using tierlist.com, obviously, partially because I don't want to make a freaking tier list. Anyways, this art right here, I cooked with this art, man. Originally in last year's art, like, my last video was gonna be me making whatever it's called, I gotta use my words, Chedda, use your words, a channel banner, and it would be, like, me attacking, a force that I do not feel like canonically talking about yet. We'll get to him whenever I feel like it, like, whenever I actually decide to do lore stuff. Anyways, yeah, I was, like, doing, like, a punch midair, and that's pretty cool. And this art, pretty cool. He looks so determined, like, and he's, like, actually gonna punch you, and he's, like, a dynamic pose, and, like, it looks good. It looks good. Like, if I could use this art more often, I would definitely use it more often in thumbnails. So it's S tier. We're not ever gonna show that channel banner, though. Anyways, Mimikyu. Mew Mimikyu. I had a Dex entry. I don't remember what I put. But from what I remember, it's like some psychic force or from another dimension is, like, put a bunch of objects together, and then it looks like Mew, which you can see right here. And then I tried saying that it was like Mimikyu with the disguise. It isn't like Mimikyu whatsoever. But it's pretty freaking funny, because he's just a light bulb, a sock, and a straw. And then for the shiny, I still remember this. For the shiny, I just made it into, like, the non-colored versions of the objects. So it's just a sock, a light bulb, and a straw, just normally. I'm not putting the shiny on here. S tier. I like funny things. Actually, no, it's A tier. It's A tier. But, you guys can go check out my Convergent Pokemon video. This guy's in here. I recorded with Cheese Wheeze, which, Cheese Wheeze, if you're watching this, we still gotta record that video, or do the art for that video. You know what I'm talking about, Cheese Wheeze. Anyways, yeah, Mimikyu right here. And then, what I did for that segment of the video, because I didn't tell her that I made Mimikyu in the evolution, which I can just say what it's called, Mimi2, or Me Too. Yeah, his name's just Me Too. I didn't tell her about those designs, because, like, it took her so long to actually do the art, and want to record the art. Anyways, so I just made, like, 2 other Paradox Pokemon, or Convergent Pokemon, and I was like, who's that Pokemon? And I pulled out this thing, and then after I was like, oh yeah, the video's done, and then I'm like, oh yeah, who's this Pokemon? If you don't know what this is, Armored Mewtwo was a thing, and then I made Armored Mewtwo into a Fakemon. This is the Fakemon. Like, floating stuff. Like, I think what I made for the lore was Mewtwo from the anime dimension actually, like, killed everybody off instead, like, how the movie ends. So, like, the armor's busted and crap like that. And then, he teleports he teleports his armor to this dimension. Or the main dimension, or whatever you want to say. And then he's just, like, chilling. But, like, this design works so well. Because, like, it looks good. Like, you can tell what it is. But, like, if you don't know what it is, you think, oh, these are just feet, instead of it being, like, foot armor or whatever it is. I don't really understand that part of the design. Or, like, these are hands, even though, instead of, like, gauntlets that he has. And it's, like, so cool. It's such a funny, cool idea. But it looks so dope. Like, without the Me Too in here, the art is so cool. But with the Me Too, it's really funny. So we're putting him in S tier too. I like funny things. Anyways, this is the art I used for the thumbnail. It's me doing the peace sign, which is like what I was trying to have for my branding. I don't really care about the peace sign anymore. But for branding, the peace sign was going to be a thing. But then I'm like, hey, wait a second. Why don't I just make it so that I'm holding, I think it was Me Too, for the thumbnail. And then it looks like, whoa, he's holding it. So it's not just like, whoa, peace sign, it's me actually holding something, and that's pretty cool. But it doesn't match like my normal art style, which I do like doing other art styles. That's something I like to do. So we're gonna put him in A tier. Because he's very convenient. I just never have any time to use him. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh, a Paradox Pokemon you've never seen before. This is like, what is it called? What's the frickin' why can't I think of this thing's name? Growlodon and Kyogre. Yeah, this was my Paradox Kyogre. Okay, this Paradox Kyogre. Something was happening in my background, so there was a cut. Basically, this was like my first actually good Fakemon design. This bone right here looks terrible. He, like, broke his arm or something. I don't know why it looks like that. And, the Game Freak would never do these nails. Look, like, these are just, like, freaking nails, like, on an animal. They would never do this. They would just make them, like, actual nails. But anyways, besides that, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of based off the, what is it? It's not Mega Form, but basically Mega Form for Kyogre. I don't remember. Primal Form. Primal Form for Kyogre. And you can kind of see that, like, right here. Because he would be hollow, basically. Which I didn't really know how to convey that yet, because I still didn't figure out Pokemon yet. I hadn't, like, I was getting really close, but I wasn't there yet. But, yeah, basically, think about Wailord, or not Wailord, Wishy-Washy, how it has the school form. This is supposed to kind of look like, Wishy-Washy, like this right here. It's supposed to kind of look like a face, but his eyes are down here, actually, and he looks really pissed off. But it's not actually, Wishy-Washy. Or this is what Wishy-Washy was based off, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it forms its form, his school form, to look like this. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling a lot right now. He's A tier. He's, actually, no, he's B tier. He's high B. Once again, if I ranked the rows, like, ranked a row, this guy would be the top of B, but he's not. This was for my story video, which I never made a sequel to, and I never said the actual interesting part about the story. I don't really know why I included this. It's kind of just, like, me as a stick figure, because everybody in that video was a stick figure, except I have, like, my hood in my pocket, which looks really weird, and my shoes, which, oh, my shoes are so good. But, it's alright. It's really funny. but it's not funny enough to go in S tier. He's just A. Low A. And once again, if I was ranking, he'd be a low A. Okay. You may be wondering, Chedda, why is the background teal? I was originally gonna make an Indigo Disc song, but, for Christmas also. And it'd be like, on the first day of Indigo Disc, game forget to me. A Pokemon DLC. Which was also really convenient, because 12 days after the Indigo Disc came out is Christmas. So, the 12 days of Christmas, it's 12 days of Indigo Disc, and then it releases on Christmas. But, I never finished drawing the art for it, so I just canceled. But, this was one of the things, like, I would have him, like, doing, like, kind of like a teabag, which this is the next frame, we'll get onto it in a little bit. But, like, his shoulders are kind of weird, the line art is kind of weird. Once again, his legs are twigs, same with his arms. So you can go in B tier. He's really happy. That being said, he's kind of crappy. But then this one right here where he goes into the squat, I actually cooked with this. Like, look at the legs real quick. Like, if you actually did this with, like, sweatpants on, this is how it would kind of look. And, like, these are kind of skinny still. But the legs are still, like, I kind of made them kind of thicker. And thicker's always better. Teehee, that's what she said. You're going A. It's real. Actually, no, it's really good. It's going S. Which you may be like, well, that's kind of weird. It looks really good. Like, it actually kind of makes sense. That in a lot of my art doesn't make sense with the, like, pose. And then what is it? The pointing meme. The pointing meme, I use this all the time in thumbnails because I'm lazy. And I don't actually feel like making a thumbnail. And because of that, it can go in S tier. Also, this would have been in the Indigo Disc song. So that's pretty funny. And then this right here, this was supposed to be like, oh, he's giving me the DLC, like, on the first day of Indigo Disc, game forgave to me. And this is him, this is game for giving me the thing. It looks really creepy for some reason. I think, like, I was going for that, like, for the arm to kind of just look like the logo, which I squished down, which the logo's, like, really weird. And then, but I, like, kind of nailed Chedda, like, in this way that I did it. Like, I tried doing landless art, despite this being right here, like, a whole line. But, like, right here is the only places where the lines are. And it looks kind of solid. But it's kind of, it's B tier still. Iron Rods, but redesigned, and he actually looks like a Togedemaru now. And he looks really freaking cute. Look at his design before, look at his design now. He's actually really cute. He's S tier. I actually cooked with the design. Speaking of me cooking with the designs for my Fakemon that involve Togedemaru, this is actually Mimikyu. This is the Mimikyu from before, but now he actually looks good, and he's doing a cool dynamic pose thing with his hand. Like, I'm gonna hit you, bang. Yeah, this is also S tier, obviously. And then, Iron Unit, that's what the original Paradox Pokemon name was. He's still Iron Unit. But he actually looks like Cinderace instead of Mega Man with ice cream hands and a Nerf football head. That being said, it's kind of just A tier. He's kind of just like one of those. He would be a really marketable toy. Like, if he was a toy, I would buy it. But, he's not. And then, Iron Hammer. This was Iron Metro originally. But now, he looks cool, and he's based off Hammerlock. And you can also kind of see the Archaludon in him, instead of him just being Duraludon. By the way, I made this before the Archaludon was a thing, so now that I knew how he actually looked, I could actually make a good design. And that's going in there. And then he also kind of, instead of turning into a Scrooge McDuck looking thing, he turns into Hammerlock, which is really cool. And he's gonna go in S tier still. Can you tell I like Paradox Pokemon? Can you tell I like drawing robots? Robots are cool. I like robots. Yeah, maybe I'll make a Chedda robot eventually. And he'd look pretty cool. Oh, okay. I made Piranha Plant into a Pokemon, and I have Dex entries, which I don't feel like showing. Maybe I'll make them into a community post. Who knows? Yeah, this thing is called Piperana. Or Piperana. But I like Piperana better. But Piperana makes more sense. Basically, he'd be like a cave Pokemon. Like, you could find him inside of, like, caves and rivers as, like, this form right here where he swims. And he's, like, actually like a piranha. But then he can, like, go on land, and, like, this is, like, a shell, kind of, so he just kind of, like, comes out of here. Basically, like, Piranha Plant. This is also a redesign of art I already had. Like, I made, like, around... When did I make it? Okay, so I made the original art, like, whenever I finished Mimikyu. But then I made it look better. Like, let's look at him real quick. Look at the shading. The shading actually looks kind of good. Yeah. And then we made I made an evolution, or not evolution. Why did I say evolution? There's no EVs. I would like making evolutions, though. But, I made an evolution, and he's kind of like the three-headed piranha plant from that one game, and he has the tail of the piranha plant dinosaur from Galaxy, but he's mostly just PD Piranha, which I kind of always hated him, but I did good with this design. Basically, I don't remember how he would evolve, but you can only find these guys, like, they're an invasive species, or an invasive weed, I guess you could say. And, like, a part of the thing I had for the Dex entry for Piranha is, like, oh, this thing can adapt to any place. Because Piranha Plant can literally be in any map inside of Mario, except, like, the first level. Actually, no, that's a lie. He is in the first level, I think. But, he can basically be anywhere. And then this, like, whenever he evolves, it's like, whoa, he's very strong and stuff, and he can take over a bunch of places, and there's a bunch of him, and he would have an whole episode about him in the anime. I'd like to believe that this would be, like, it only spawns with, in mass outbreaks. So, it would also be, like, your introduction to mass outbreaks, maybe. And that sounds pretty cool. Ooh, okay. This is a Honedge design. But, he's a pencil. Because I gotta be innovative about this. So, this is Han Sketch. I cooked with the name. Also, I think I named the, what is it called? PD Piranha Compete. Because, like, compete in... Because, like, he's in a bunch of competition games. Mario Party, mainly. But he's also in Mario Kart. But Han Sketch. He's like a cocky little guy. He thinks he can draw a bunch of crap. He thinks he's really good at drawing. He even draws on his paper arm thing that he has going on here. He's basically me before down over here. This side of the tier list. This is basically me. I made a Pokemon myself. Ooh, that would be a good clickbait title. I made a Pokemon based off myself. And then he's also based off a really cool Pokemon also. Yeah, he's just a Convergent, though. I'd also believe that he would also learn Sketch would be pretty broken, because he also has the same stats as Honedge, because that's what all Convergent Pokemon have. I think he'd also be Grass Fighting or Grass Steel. I don't remember which one I decided on. Or, no, actually, he'd probably be Steel Fighting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Steel Fighting. Instead of Steel Ghost. Or Ghost Steel. And then he evolves, and he has a math compass to help him do lines. because he found out he's actually not really good, and his pencil part came off, and he's really small. But now his paper arm is really long. And I'm totally sure that part of the design will totally stay whenever it goes on. But it's just A tier, honestly. It's not that good. And actually, no, this is B tier, honestly. I did not do the best with that design. Anyways, then he evolves and he turns into, like, he turned to Dullblade, which I cooked with that name, Dullblade instead of Dewblade. And then Aegislash, he's actually, I don't remember what I named him. I don't remember. It'll come to me eventually. He's just a happy little guy. And also, if you're paying attention to the eyes at all, you'll see that he went from an arrogant-looking face to a line, just a line. He's tired. To a happy guy. He's so happy. Look at his face. Look at his face. He is so happy. He's such a happy guy. S tier. I really like the design. The shiny Pokemon's even better. Maybe I'll show that off one day. Who knows? And then Rocket Metal Sonic or Mecha Sonic number 29. Basically, inside of Sonic the Fighters, there was in one of the versions of the game, there was a Metal Sonic robot that turned into a rocket in the beginning of the game. And he looked really cool, but it turns out, hey, this guy was actually supposed to be a fighter at some point. I drew that fighter in classic Sonic style. I totally didn't draw this guy before, and I'm totally not saying that because I totally couldn't find the files. I mean, what files? There's no files. Anyways, yeah, this is, let's just appreciate the art real quick. Like, look at this. His part right here has shading. This part right here has shading. This side has shading. It's really cool and fun, and it's a fun design. I'm gonna put him in S tier because I really like the art I've been making recently. Recently, in quotations. I made this, before I started doing summer again, I think. Ooh, okay, so basically, let me explain this art. I made art for a friend, and by making art for a friend, I mean I made my own take on my friend's art, but I'm actually kind of better at drawing Metal Sonics and stuff, because I love robots. This one is kind of meh, but I drew other versions, because there's actually other versions of a Reaper Metal Sonic, which this thing is. It's Reaper Metal Sonic, because there is the Sonic Channel one right here. We can actually look at this one, because I like this one better. This is probably my favorite one. He kind of has, a skull on his head, and he has this wrapped around his foot, and he has stuff wrapped around his leg, and this part of the thing right here is broken. And that's how the Sonic Channel official, Reaper Metal Sonic looks. But there is another one that they use inside of all the games, such as Sonic Speed Battle and Sonic Speed Simulator, which I have a past with, but I stopped playing that game because it became too pay to win. Literally, one of the events was, money. You can only spend Robux to get the 2 skins. And at that point, I just decided to quit. So, no more Sonic Speed Simulator. Sadly, that game was really close to me. Anyways, yeah, this is the design that they use inside of Sonic Speed Simulator. The shoes are black, and he has pink on him for bones. It's also in Sonic Speed Battle, which is more iconic. That being said, A tier. Okay, and now we have... I feel like I skipped something. Oh, I skipped the Golden Fortune Cookie redesign. Okay, let's get those images up. Okay, the image file apparently cannot be uploaded. That's cool. Okay. You see this one right here. I kind of hate this design. Oh, well, boo-hoo. I don't want to keep that because apparently the files are not good or something. I don't know. There might be too much images. Like, how much images I have. I just have so much images. Anyways. Yeah, that's... Oh, this is, the next artwork I made for YouTube. This is the toxic gossip train, except it's toxic gamer rage. I might do this again, because that kind of sucked. because I would have actually sang it, like, ironically, but I didn't because my mommy was home, and I didn't want to sing while my mommy was home. That being said, this image is pretty funny, but it's just B tier. Because I didn't really do that much art. I literally just put my image over, whatever this girl's name was, because I can't remember. Colleen Badger or something like that. But, the one where I'm crying is so much funnier. So we're gonna put this one in S tier, because my humor is screwed. And then I did the troll emoji, or not emoji, but the troll meme. It's also the one you saw in the beginning of the video. This can go... I've never used this art before until now. So that means it's B tier. And then we have the Rickroll part of that video. Yeah, I put, like, no effort into this. Even though I put a lot of effort into this. This kind of sucked. So we're just going to put this inside of D tier. Also, I don't think I can include the music for that song either, so that's cool. And then the art I'm using currently for my YouTube profile. I hate this. This thing sucks. Like, it's not bad. But compared to, like, you already saw my art from, that's an S tier. My S tier art. Look at this stuff up here. Look at this crap. This looks terrible. This is just, I want to throw this in the garbage. I don't know why I decided to make it as my YouTube profile. But we're gonna put it in D tier. Because I hate it so much, but it's not F tier. It's not original design bad. But and then we have the Paper Mario stream, like the few streams I did, that it sucked playing it like that, but the game was actually really good. I recommend playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for Switch. The art is really good. The only thing I can say bad about it is that it doesn't have the typical Chedda drawing lines, but that's because it's trying to be like Paper Mario. And Paper Mario doesn't shade like that, or doesn't do their lines like that, so I had to do it like this. And honestly, I kind of hate it whenever I draw Chedda being myself. Chedda, obviously, I'm Chedda. I totally look like this in real life. But I freaking hate having to draw Chedda with black lines. That's what I've learned recently. Okay, we're almost done. Emojis I made for Discord. This is supposed to be an emoji. It doesn't have a lot of detail. It has good shading, kind of. But, like, the gun isn't really detailed because it's going to be really small whenever somebody sends it inside of a Discord server. It's going to be, like the size of a letter. So, it's not going to be big. But it's just A tier. It's just, like, a really wholesome guy. I hate Pikachu, by the way. But a really wholesome guy. And then he's just holding a gun. He just has a Glock. And I find that really fun. But then I made a Mad Cinderace because the person who I did this for, Magical Unikitty, dumb name. Check them out, I guess, maybe, I don't know. They wanted a Mad Scorbunny. And you know me with Scorbunny, my favorite Pokemon. I gotta draw Scorbunny good. By the way, the background is blue because I had to make it a color that's not white. So that the image would, like, the thing I used to make the image clear wouldn't, so that the thing I used that made the image clear wouldn't make it so that he just turns clear. Because that would happen. Or his eyes, at least, maybe. So, yeah, same thing with Pikachu, but his pupils would turn clear. And that's kind of stinky. And then the redesign for the Scorbunny, who I totally canonically, keep in mind this video may or may not be canonic or not. I don't know. It probably isn't. This is not part of the canon. Yeah, sure, canon. This is not part of the canon. But I don't know who aced the Scorbunny. Anyway. The art I cooked really well. Just the redesign. It's S tier. Like, it looks really good. He looks so happy. Like, it kind of looks 3D. Like, whenever it's not close up, and you just see it from, like, the far away, like this, it kind of looks 3D. Like, it pops. It pops out. Like, he looks non-2D from far away. And that's pretty cool. I think I perfected drawing Score Bunny, at least. And then this is a leak for a video. I have a little bit more art after this, but that's because it's for the rest of the video, and I don't really feel like giving away what that video is. Plus, I don't really want Cheeseweez to know what that art is, because it may or may not be involving the video that I'm doing with Cheeseweez. But now you look at this, and you may be like, oh, now I understand why he really hates his profile picture art. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I don't like it. Like, I didn't cook with it. Which, honestly, like, I was, like, watching, like, I was doing a thing one time, and then they saw the art, and they were like, whoa, that looks really good, Chedda. No, it doesn't, shut up. Okay, anyways, this is, like, the thumbnail, probably. If you tell me what your favorite piece of art is. Also, I'm, kind of sorry that I'm not gonna really have as much videos out after this. But it has been kind of, like, I have burnout. Let's just say that, I have burnout. And it's really hard to keep making these videos, which is why I haven't been doing it consistently. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk anymore about it. If you childs liked me talking about art and looked at my art and liked my art and liked hearing me talk like this and stuttering and going really fast, like button, maybe. You might want to see more art from me. Subscribe, maybe. Hey, by the way, you might be being like, hey, Chedda, if you're gonna hate on your art, maybe do something about it. Hey, guess what? I'm doing a redesign. Yeah, and that's a thing I just said. I'm doing a redesign. Put an image of my head, only the head, because that's all I have done so far. On the screen, editing Chedda. Yeah, I called you out, editing Chedda. I know you exist. I don't know if that's canon or not. I don't think that's a canon thing of me to say. Anyways, yeah, like, subscribe, maybe. The subscribe actually would help me out a lot. Like, for a while, I had more subscribers than videos, but now I have, like, more videos than subscribers. So go ahead and change that. Hit that like button. Subscribe. I already said that, like, 3 different times. Must really mean something to me then if I keep saying it. Anyways, yeah, goodbye, childs. Also, before I end the recording, I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. It's going to be really chill. I still don't know what I'm going to be playing, but it's going to be really chill. And it's going to be it's going to be like, it's going to be my farewell stream. Even though I'm not leaving YouTube, I'm going to not post as much, and I'm probably not going to live stream as much. Anyways, yeah, I already said goodbye, childs. So goodbye, childs. Ooh,